You can't celebrate Christmas or wear jeans and you still have to poop and send it to the government. Seriously, I'm not joking. Believe me, all of this is true about North Korea and I'm going to show you all of that here in this video. Living in North Korea is not easy at all. With such a demanding and controlling government, it's quite scary. But every once in a while, they surprise you. Now women can ride bicycles in Pyongyang as it was previously prohibited. Wow, what a kindness. Will they soon also allow the use of jeans? Who knows, maybe even allow a little poop in the bathroom without having to send it to the government. Jokes aside, this situation is really sad and worrying. Come with me. North Korean President Kim Jong Un has shown that he is not a fan of Christmas and banned its celebration on December 25, 2016. Instead, he wants everyone to celebrate his grandmother, who was born on the same date in 1919 and is called the Holy Mother of the Revolution. Back in 2014, the dictator flew into a rage upon learning that South Korea planned to put up a massive Christmas tree at the border of the two countries, even going so far as to threaten to reignite the war. But it appears for Kim Jong Un, Christmas is as intimidating as foreign incursion. In North Korea, wearing jeans is deemed a treasonous act. That's right, the government doesn't even allow your legs to breathe. But it doesn't end there. The dictatorship there is infamous for controlling everything, from media to the country's art and culture, to stave off foreign ideas. The truth is, the prescription of jeans is merely one of several cultural and social restrictions imposed by the North Korean regime, severely curbing citizens' exposure to foreign ideas and values. Sporting jeans is forbidden in North Korea as it's seen as a symbol of American imperialism. The North Korean regime is known for its vehement anti-American ideology and shies away from adopting foreign cultural elements connected with the United States or other Western nations. Look at this. In North Korea, having a car is as taboo as saying Kim Jong Un is ugly, but the ruling Communist Party elite doesn't walk around. They have sparkling new taxis, Chinese cars, and even brand new BMWs and Mercedes. Meanwhile, ordinary people must make do with the old light blue Mercedes from the 1980s, looking as if they've come straight from an old movie or the public trams, which have become relics. If you are fond of North Korea, I guarantee you won't be any longer. You probably enjoy taking selfies, capturing the unique moment you're in, especially to show off on social media, right? But in North Korea, that's forbidden. They've had cell phones since 2008, but can't make international calls, which is great if you want to dodge boring family calls. But unfortunately, North Koreans don't have selfie sticks. How are they going to outshine you on social media? They read national books on their cells, but they don't take selfies. For smile enthusiasts, North Korea is not the ideal spot. It's forbidden to smile and display happiness on the death anniversary of the ruling dynasty's founder and the current leader Kim Jong Un's grandfather. It's a national holiday with official activities like monument and memorial visits and tributes to a sorrowful Jong Un, who must be too upset to maintain such a pained face. After all, he is known for his less than friendly facial expressions. But don't worry. The festive atmosphere resumes once the holiday finishes and everyone can smile again. The government strongly restricts access to communication with the outside world, meaning if you're North Korean, you'd better settle for playing offline games from your brick Nokia. Internet access is limited, and conventional telephones are controlled by the state. The government blocks foreign websites and internet services and actively monitors online activity to make sure no one is watching funny videos on YouTube. Jokes aside, they don't want the population to see the truth about the country. Phone cards sold in the country block international communication, so don't even try calling your aunt who lives in the countryside of Sao Paulo. This is all part of the effort to keep North Korean citizens uninformed and under control. Just imagine the situation in North Korea. Watching a movie or enjoying a little song is like a gigantic prank, a real crime against the state. Then you think, but who's going to care? Ah, my friend, they take it so seriously that they even have forced labor, imprisonment, and even death as punishment. But pay attention, can you believe that even with all this danger, people can't resist the charms of foreign media? International movies and TV shows are so popular that there's a black market just to sell them. And look, there are even different levels of punishment, you see? If you get caught with a Russian film, that's 3 years in prison for sure. But if the movie is South Korean or American, buckle up because execution is a foregone conclusion. Can you believe that? There's a real Russian roulette situation with amusement there. They're constantly risk getting busted with a USB or a tiny CD full of banned entertainment. Things aren't smelling too rosy in this video. Hold on, I'll tell you sometime soon about the poop handover to the government. I've got some good news for you. If you're living in North Korea, don't fret, because if you're not enjoying it, you can attempt to bolt. But beware, you might end up dead. Attempting to escape North Korea is regarded as a serious offense. Exactly. The North Korean government dishes out brutal punishments for those who try to flee the country, including death sentence, lifelong lockup in labor camps, and heartless treatment. Additionally, the escapee's family can also experience severe repercussions like imprisonment, torture, and even being sent to forced labor camps. Obviously, the government doesn't want people escaping, so they have electric fences, border patrols, and surveillance systems to prevent this. The government propaganda paints North Korea as a socialist paradise, which deters many citizens from thinking about fleeing. Now I'm going to discuss the peculiar matter of the feces that the government desires so much. Check out this strange and scent-free event that occurred a few years back. Apparently, the North Korean government was literally asking its people to squat and save the output as fertilizer for crops. What was the reason for this? South Korea had a fertilizer shortage after they stopped supplying North Korea due to the sinking of a South Korean vessel in 2010. And as if that wasn't bad enough, it seems that the government was even requiring a quota of feces to be met by each worker and school, putting lots of pressure on families. Imagine having to do that and send it to the government. Granted, some rulers deserve it in their faces, but let's continue. The government's campaign also included collecting animal feces. The situation was so critical that some people were stealing feces from neighbors. Students were being sent into the streets to find dogs relieving themselves, which were considered valuable. Jokes aside, the lack of fertilizer can lead to crop losses and cause starvation in North Korea's population. Thank you for sticking around until the end. See you in the next video here on the channel.